Yeah, I thought about abolishing the whole podcast. Just don't even show up anymore.
I would have believed it. If he said I'm not coming anymore, I'd have been like, well, there it is. We got to 90.
One of us finally did it. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
No, we can't.
Nice.
Not until 100, right?
Give it to 100 and then see how we feel. Do a wellness check.
I'd say at least 100, yeah. I mean, anything before that would be criminal not to.
Yeah, especially at 91.
Yeah, 92, I think we're going to call her here.
Yeah.
You know,
We'll give her a good, let's see, 100 would put us like just after the Vegas trip.
Yeah, roughly, I'd say.
We at least got to do an
That's
episode
2 months
after
away.
to recap the Vegas
Should
trip.
this be on the live show right now? Should we start it and talk about it?
What?
What our conversation is right now? Are we rolling? We putting this in?
Sure, I don't know.
Okay.
What do you mean? Like, you want to go live?
No, I'm just talking about like, is this part that I'm speaking words out right now going to be in our audience's ears tomorrow?
Yeah.
Or have we started the podcast? Not yet.
We haven't yet. I'll do the intro.
But keep in this part.
Yeah. I'd say, I think the segue,
30-second long.
like when you start, like you fade into the podcast with a little bit of banter already going on. It's
Yeah.
like you just
like a Rogan-esque
intro. Mesh in. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the word mesh. Trapped a fly in mesh today.
I'm really proud of you for doing that.
Yeah, I cannot wait to see his results.
Not good.
Give it a couple days.
I wonder how long it's going to take him to die of starvation in there. 3 days, you think?
I think
Hours.
Hours.
Or
3 hours.
flies.
It's been in there for 3 hours.
No, flies only. House
they
flies
get like a
only
2-day
live.
lifespan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I hope it's dead by the time this episode's
How
over.
about I look that up?
I'm pretty sure it actually is close to like 2-3 days. I know
Yeah.
you're grinning because it might be fake, but
No, I'm smiling because you asked us how long it would be, and then you immediately agreed with the lifespan. But I feel like we could have told you
28
anything, and you would have agreed with it.
28 days.
What?
Yeah.
I said 2 or 3. Right around.
28 days? Are they
Right the corner.
being fed?
Not mine.
Are they staying at the Ritz-Carlton? What is going on with these flies? Why are they living so long?
Without food, they can only probably live 2 to 3 days, it says.
Okay, so
I said, how
that's-
long can a fly starve?
God, that's messed up.
I can't wait. That fucking fly deserved everything it's got coming to him.
So
He
we'll
was
check
just
back
he was just on you all day.
We'll check back Wednesday then.
Kept flying around my head. I'm like, dude, I did spare a spider's life on Sunday.
It's a good feeling.
No, it was a Saturday. Whatever. Who cares? But yeah, it was, I moved a table and moved a bin. I was looking for something behind it, and I saw a giant spider. And I thought, I'm not going to punish you for being in the wrong place at the wrong time. And then Hayden said, you should kill it. And I said, "Nah."
You are like obsessed with playing God, kind of. You love
Yeah.
having
I do like
life
pulling
in
the
your
strings.
hands.
Call me Geppetto.
You're having
Geppetto's the one that's pulling
quite-
Pinocchio's strings, I think.
Yeah.
Giuseppe.
No, it's Geppetto.
Who fondled Pinocchio? Let's find out.
Giuseppe.
Who's Giuseppe?
Who didn't? Yeah, so I'm big into birds lately, and I think that's kind of stems from it too. Just looking at animals a little bit differently. I don't know if you call that an animal, that spider, but
What does that mean? You're big into birds.
just like looking at them, like thinking about them.
Are you bird watching?
No, because that sounds like I'm looking at dicks, and I don't do that. Just want that on the record.
What? All right, fair. Yeah.
Geppetto.
Is it? Yeah.
Geppetto. Yeah,
Who's
you're
Giuseppe?
right. I don't know.
I thought you were looking up Giuseppe. I would have bet my life savings on Geppetto. I knew that off the rip.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's in some hip hop song.
Yeah. But no, just I'm looking at birds. Just I noticed them more. I'd say before I'm like, whatever. But now I sat. The bird landed on my grill when I was walking to the garage, and I looked out the back window and just sitting on the grill, and we were just looking at each other.
And you're going, I got you right where I want you.
No, I always think, how can you fly? That's the first thought every time.
Have you ever tried like introducing yourself? Don't know your name?
You fly way too fast.
No.
Yeah.
Not much of a conversation.
No, not much. They go
I think
beep, beep, beep.
blackbirds, like crows, I think they're interesting because they're very intelligent.
Ravens.
Yeah.
Ravens and
same
crows.
difference. They're up there with them.
Yeah. Well, I think
They're different birds, but they're like,
intellectually,
yes, similar.
there's a, yeah.
I'm stuck between if I want like a really big bird to make my backyard as its home, but I think I might be scared if it gets too big.
Oh, what's too big?
There's usually a cap to how
Ostrich.
big they get.
Ostrich is the biggest. So
Can that fly around neighborhoods?
I don't know.
they
Those
can't
things
fly.
can't fly.
Oh, I want one that can fly. What's a bird if it can't fly?
Pheasant. You know how big a pheasant is?
Pheasant would be cool.
What the
They're
fuck
the
is a
cool-
bird if it can't fly?
Penguin.
No.
Those shouldn't
An
even be
ostrich.
birds.
They're birds.
Oh, they're definitely birds.
Yeah, they got little wings.
Oh my God, that's the dumbest thing
They're
ever.
water birds.
That's just now connecting with me.
Water birds.
That's so
I
stupid.
think they're fun to look at.
We should start an anti-flying bird community. Like if you can't fly,
Come with us.
no, we like throw rocks at them or something.
Oh,
Stone them.
Yeah.
That's
so
terrible.
if they can't fly,
I'd
we're
be
gonna,
fine with
we're
doing it
gonna
to an
ostracize
ostrich,
them. That, it's a-
ostrich them.
yeah, exactly.
Penguicize them. Like rocks at Penguins Club would be great.
Yeah, I would feel terrible.
Dude, if
doing
your
that.
club is about throwing rocks at shit, it doesn't matter what it is. I think I'll come.
Yeah. What do you guys do?
Are you going to be there too?
We throw rocks. we throw rocks at what?
You name it.
Whatever's in front of us at that moment.
Whatever's in front.
We'll see what the list has
Even
for us this
behind, we
week.
don't care.
Yeah, we pick coordinates and then we all stand at that coordinate and look around and then we just pull out our bag of rocks. And yeah, it's like on Elf. Remember when he's throwing those snowballs?
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, big into birds. They're so crazy. We should do an episode on birds
Honestly.
next week, bro. Do birds.
There you go. Good.
That'll be good.
Good to follow up another animal with an animal.
Yeah.
Speaking of
If you call it.
animals.
Yeah.
Insects.
Let's not get into it yet, though. I think
No, let's keep
majority of the people we're getting here, I got some more feedback at the bar, and it was from Thor Nelson. So shout out Thor if you're listening. He said he also likes the half riff, half notes at the end.
Well, we don't. I mean, I got life updates here,
Oh, perfect.
so not even a worry. First one is
Dive right
Easton's-
into that, man.
Yeah, Easton's life. What's going on with you besides bird watching?
Just really been focusing on that lately. I think. Yeah.
That's been
Got some
that's been the-
binoculars.
Yeah, been carried around a pocket
Yeah.
full of bird seed.
Yeah, exactly. I got into cargo
Dish it out
pants
real
lately.
quick. Yeah. Go stand
Yeah.
run 15 feet away and then just pull up the binos.
If I come over one day and you are dressed up like the lady off Home Alone and you just got 800 birds around you.
And
you're
you
just
drive
singing
past
to
my
'em.
house, and birds are landing on my arm.
Yeah.
See, that
That's-
would be cool.
We would have come full circle from him saying animals scare him, especially like foreign
I've come a
ones.
long ways in 90 episodes.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah. I don't think I would really ever get to that point, though. I'm still scared. I don't want like anything to touch me. You know? That's why I'm a big fan of zoos.
I was feeding a squirrel at Oak Park a couple weeks ago.
No, you weren't.
Dead serious.
How?
Well,
Out of your hand?
Weren't
No.
you feeding it like?
I was feeding him puff Cheetos.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Dude, I tried giving him carrots and celery. Wanted nothing to do with them.
He's
He
just like
only ate. Yes, he only ate the little like the real skinny pretzels,
Yeah.
like the stick ones, and
Yeah,
Cheetos.
no fat sticks.
That's all he wanted. He wouldn't eat any of the vegetables I put in him.
Yeah. Put
And-
in him.
Put at him.
Wonder why. You put it in him, and then you say, all right, now eat it.
Got him by the head. And you,
Yeah.
come on.
But he was getting like a couple feet from me, just more and more. At first, it was like 10, 15 feet he would only get, and then he'd run away.
You think
But
you
he-
can tame one?
I tried once.
Based off of my last experiment,
I tried once.
my observations lead me to believe that if you gave me one full day, sun up, sundown in Oak Park, I will leave with the squirrel.
Don't be fooled.
Leave with a squirrel.
One time when I was a young man, I was probably 5. Went to the park with my mom, and she gave me a bag of peanuts, and I was throwing them at the squirrels, and one of them kept getting a little bit closer. So I put one in my hand, and I went to go hand it to him, and it bit the fuck out of me.
Yeah, I'm sure it did.
And it bit the shit. It grabbed the peanut and then like scratched from like the palm of my hand all the way to the back, and I cried for a long time.
How old were you?
Like 4.
But
Oh yeah, see, I
4 or
think they
5,
know that you're a kid.
Yeah.
Part of me wants to believe that they're just like, this little thing, if it gets a hold of me, will squeeze me until I stop moving.
But let's
Yeah.
put ourselves in the squirrel's shoes. Okay.
Exactly.
So you got hair all over you, right? Start there.
I know a couple
Someone you
guys
got
like
that?
that.
You got that pictured? Okay, good.
Okay.
He's already like that.
Now we'll
kinda.
move on.
a little bit.
Imagine you are small and you see a giant thing that's just walking around and then it sticks something down to you. Are you not going to be like, this thing looks like a threat?
I might be a little skeptical, but like if there was a
big guy.
if there was a really
Dude,
if there
but
was
we
a
have
green
to-
giant that reached down and handed me a ribeye that was this that was just this size in his palm and it was like this big to me, I would I'd have no choice but to be like, all right, cool. Please don't
It's the
squeeze
pull
me.
yeah, don't pull anything. And maybe he's worried about you
But
squeezing him.
We have to think, we're not like smart anymore. We're thinking like a squirrel, right? So
Okay.
you see foreign thing,
You haven't
and then
seen Alvin and the Chipmunks, have you? That's
those
a
guys were
chipmunk.
dumb as hell. Are you kidding me?
They're not.
Fair.
They probably are.
Yeah, they got swindled by what's his name?
Yeah, the bald guy with the mustache and the soul patch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I told the witch
because the
doctor.
squirrel looks and he goes, food. And then he looks at you and he goes,
Sex.
I don't know. What noise does a squirrel make?
I think you got it right on there.
But yeah.
So you think of one
So
day
you're thinking like food and life. I think that's all you're thinking. Like, what is the next move I have to do to survive? And
don't
you
get
see,
tamed.
well,
Would
look
you
at the
bring?
dog.
Do you think you could bring a flute and a white robe and a hat, and play that kind of like they charm snakes?
I think right here in this city, I'd probably get shot for wearing that outfit.
I might beat you up just for buying it.
Yeah.
I think the only time you could even attempt it is on Halloween.
Maybe.
There's a snake charmer in the park, but he's charming squirrels.
Could
So
you
if-
imagine 20 squirrels surrounded you?
That's a great. What if you were not a snake charmer, but if you're a single man, you be like a lady charmer and you dress as that and you play the flute? Or, oh my gosh, couples outfit. Shayna, I know you're listening to this. I go as a snake charmer. You dress as a snake.
Really smart. I'm actually going to do that this year.
Can't. I just called it.
No,
I already
get you
thought
another
of
good
mine
one.
and Michaeli's
shit, another good one.
Halloween costume. It's perfect. I can't give it away.
You got one lined up already?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It came to me the other day while I was in the shower.
Squirrel in a hand.
I looked down at my
Yeah.
toes
Oh,
and I was like,
you're gonna be the guy from Spy Kids, the big thumb.
It has nothing to do with my feet. I
Oh.
just remember looking right at
You're
my
gonna be
feet when I
fungus.
thought of it.
I'm excited for that.
But no. What?
I'm just not. There's no correlation in my head for to me to imagine being you and then looking at your feet in the shower and then
Going Halloween costume?
yeah.
Yeah, there's no correlation between my feet and the Halloween costume.
He just remembers where he was at when he thought
Yeah,
of
I
it.
remember exactly what I was doing when I thought
He
of
could have
it.
been sitting in his car at a red light, and if that's what he remembered.
Yeah.
But he just happened to be looking past his own cock.
I was just telling you the scenery.
See, that's what
My
I'm
surroundings.
getting at. So now I'm thinking I have Carolyn dress up as Muhammad Ali. And I can be a steak or a side of beef ribs.
Oh, God.
So all night she can be beating my meat. I'm just kidding.
It's all right.
No, what I was gonna ask was if a flute is for snake charming, what instrument is squirrel charming?
Probably like a little midget saxophone.
You think they're into jazz, huh?
I think a little bit.
I think squirrels like mystical music. What makes like a harp?
Yeah, I could see that. Or like a
Pan flute.
upside down garbage can.
Oh, upside down garbage.
Yo, what'd you say?
Yeah. Like if you remember I think the cast of Stomp has a lot of pet squirrels.
The Wiggles, man. The Wiggles have so many
Yeah.
pet squirrels.
Fruit salad.
If you get if I had an old neighbor that there was a squirrel nest up in his backyard and one of the babies fell out and he nursed it to life, and that was his pet squirrel.
And he kept that was his home, your
Yeah.
neighbor's house.
Yeah, like
That's pretty
he
sweet.
hung out in he got on one of those giant bird cages
Oh yeah.
and he just hung out in the bird cage, and then he built a bunch of all along the ceiling was one by boards,
Oh,
so it
right.
could run along the ceiling and everything like that.
Get
He'd-
all perched up.
Yeah, he'd bring it in the backyard and run along the chain link fence when
And
he
it
was
wouldn't-
gardening and stuff. No,
It would never run away. See that?
It was cool. He'd go up and down the trees and come back. He'd call it. He'd run
Do you
back down.
have
and
a name?
Yeah.
Do you remember?
I don't know. Probably.
How
Pickles.
long?
Jeremy.
Squirrel. I always thought the idea of giving a pet a really human name is just awesome.
I think it's so funny.
Just you have a dog. His name's Todd.
Come over here, George. It's like, oh, I'm in trouble. Yeah. All right.
Joshua.
Life updates. So, yeah, not a whole lot for me.
You got an
We've-
office.
Yep, got an office. That's exciting. 2 weeks, maybe that's a life update. We haven't filmed the podcast in 2 weeks, so we do apologize for that. I know we're pretty far into the show now. We haven't mentioned that, but we just had some fumbles on the team, and that's all right.
Yeah, life gets in the way.
Yeah.
It happens.
Sometimes we just want to do stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
you know, we are sorry, but
And
we're
things
back.
happen.
Yeah.
And the reason why we didn't film one of the episodes is because Broden was on vacation. So let's hear about your trip.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a great segue into our last episode we filmed on vacation. So let's hear it.
Do you not want to hear about
No,
it?
I do.
Tell
But
us.
I'll just give you a quick couple.
I'm just laying the foundation. I'm like a lawyer.
We went
here.
out
let's
to
hear it.
We went over to Montana, went to Glacier National Park, did like 25 miles worth of walking up
Too
and
much.
down mountains.
Yeah.
That's what I thought at first, dude. And then I experienced my first ever walker's high.
Walker's high.
Like runner's high, but walker's high.
That's great, dude.
For the listeners, Liam turned to me and mouthed the word "wow." But yeah, it is. Remember that one time?
I know what you mean, though.
I was getting tired, and then all of a sudden I caught a wind, dude,
Then
and
I
I
wasn't.
could have went 12 more miles.
Yeah. Remember that one time you said you didn't like outdoor vacations 3 weeks ago?
I said I didn't like skiing and snowboarding.
I'm gonna have to go back and listen to that episode to really see
I did when I
the fact check.
when I
it.
checked.
I did.
Driving there, he's like, need to make sure I can't do
Gonna cover
things
my
that I
bases
see-
here. Yeah.
But
See what I can and can't do.
I will say probably before I was
So walker's
kind
high.
of
No, don't move on past that. I want you to explain that feeling.
I would. I'm with you.
You got it.
I'm with you because when I was in South Dakota, also on vacation, was that before or after you left? It was right after.
Yeah, we were on vacation at the same
Yeah,
time
you
for
you
a
left
brief
on a
moment.
Saturday morning, and then I left on
You guys were like a Venn
Wednesday.
diagram.
I
of
came back.
vacation.
I
Yeah.
came back Wednesday, the day
I
you
left
left.
Wednesday, yeah, and I had you get that package for me.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
That's what you remember.
yeah, well, it's pretty important.
Box of golf balls.
Not just a box of golf balls. Box of Pro V1Xs.
Oh yes,
7 dozen.
7 dozen.
Mm-hmm.
What did that run you? $350?
You'd imagine, but they were the tour version of the balls, which means I think
They're lopsided.
they are. They've been squished. They
All of them
they're
are
oblong.
oval.
Yeah, they roll like an egg on the green.
They're all peanut shaped. It's
Yeah.
really hard to hit, but I've been practicing on the simulator.
They say that the tour version of the balls are what the like the pros on the PGA use to warm up with on the driving range,
Mm,
and then they're just like they must just be like dialed down Pro Vs.
yeah.
So they sell them for massively cheaper. So I bought like 7 dozen off a website for like 90 some bucks,
Oh, really?
and now I got a whole shag bag of Pro V1Xs.
Shag bag. I like that. Yeah.
But
Do you think that sorry?
no, go
do
ahead.
you think I want to stay on the Pro V1 so we get back to Broden's Walker's high? But do you think that Pro V1s really change your game
Yes.
Mentally, yeah.
mentally? Okay, I like that. If
Ment-
you physically think it does, I would want some proof.
If you can't, at me being like a 10, 12 handicap probably right now, like I'm not gonna notice the ball difference in my
Yeah.
game. Like
You
I-
will. You hit the ball hard enough to notice a difference, especially off your drives.
I'd have
Which
to hit
ball?
'em.
Yes. His ball speed is right up there with an average tour pro. Yeah, it is.
Thank
It's
you.
it's right up. It's like
Yeah.
175, 180.
But I don't think he'll be able to tell.
I think especially off driver club face.
That, yeah, you might have some
He
leeway.
compresses the
Then
ball.
you
I,
can tell.
I personally think it, well, yeah, it's oblong. It's already compressed.
Yeah,
Um,
about they're pre-compressed.
I think it's more of, like you said, Liam, it's a mental state, whereas you feel more confident looking down at a nice ball.
Yeah,
Whereas,
if
like,
if
I
know,
really like a Bridgestone, and I like how the dimples are almost like inverted weirdly.
Yeah.
You know, have you seen a Bridgestone?
Yep.
And I feel like I'd play better with that. Do
Is
I
it
have any
because Tiger
proof?
plays a Bridgestone?
No. I actually told him to play it. He's,
You were on it way
telling him.
before him.
Yeah, I was like, hey, I just moved off Nikes. You should try out these B balls. I was like, I just got it because
These
my last.
B
Yeah,
balls?
he's
They
like, "Those are
work."
cool. Yeah, yeah. He gives me credit in some interviews. You can find them. But if you look down at the ball and you're like, yeah, this is a nice ball. I like the Bridgestone.
Well, it's
But
just
if
like,
I look down and I see a fucking noodle, I'm like, okay,
who
this
cares?
is going into
you
the trees.
you immediately go, yeah, whatever, it's a noodle. But
Yeah.
like if you're playing a Pro V, you're like, all right, this is gonna be like it's gonna be good feel, like off the club face. Like I know I'm gonna hit this good. It's a nice ball. Like it just immediately elevates your game mentally.
Yeah.
Just a touch more.
Yeah.
Just little stuff like that. And I play Vice because they're just a hair cheaper, but on all the YouTube comparisons, they react the exact same as Pro Vs.
Yeah.
So that's the way mine swings.
I like the color balls. the orange Volvics.
Oh,
I don't play them,
Volvic.
but I like having them in my bag.
Yeah, just in case you need to hit one 8 miles into the weeds.
Yeah.
Because you're all pissed.
Throw it. Well, yeah, back to your walker's high.
Yeah, just, you know what a runner's high is. You keep going and like, after, well, you've
Elaborate.
never ran.
Before we get back to the walker side, take us through the runner side.
Yeah.
Before that,
It's
how
the
about
same
being
thing.
high in general?
I'm going to tell
Explain
you
running.
about getting high while moving.
There we go.
Go on.
You're going to move for quite some distance and quite some time. And you're going to get really tired.
Mm-hmm.
But if you push through the tiredness, it's like you break through a wall, and on the other side of that wall is a new burst of energy.
Really?
Is this making sense at all?
Yeah.
I'm following.
And like the wall's kind of elastic, so you're feeling it, and then all of a sudden,
It's like you're pushing through
just-
gum.
boom.
Yeah.
You blow a bubble. All of a sudden, the bubble gets a little bit too thin, and it goes.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
And then you
Yeah,
come out
That's right.
the other side,
Oh,
and it's
man.
all over your lips.
walking even faster.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, you are ready to go. You're ready to double whatever distance you just
And you
covered.
felt it. It was like a clicking moment for you.
It seemed to me pretty quick that all of a sudden I went from like, I want to turn around to, I think I got 10 miles left.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, some of the hikes we did were like 11 and a half miles total.
Yeah. So you got about 1.5 miles, and you're like, "Fuck, I got 10 left."
Yeah. I think it was probably at about the 3 mile mark. It went shit.
Yeah.
Like,
11.5 miles. That's almost
It takes a while.
it's almost a half marathon. You could post an Instagram for that.
I mean, I could. I'm not that
curious.
kind of
I'm
guy.
curious at the shoes you were wearing, because you don't look like a guy that owns
Hiking
a pair
boots.
of hiking boots.
Are you kidding me? I have hunting boots, and which are better than my hiking boots. But
See,
I
that's what I wore on my hikes in South Dakota.
yeah.
I
I
thought-
wish I would have worn
I felt
those.
like I was a goat.
You two tradesmen didn't wear your steel toes up there in the hills.
That's a death wish, man. Those things are
My feet would've
18
fell
pounds.
off.
Yeah.
Your walker's high would have came a little bit later.
I don't think it would have came at all.
So
But
you
yeah.
have hiking boots. Did you buy them before your trip?
Yep. They're only like $80 or something like
Oh,
that.
Yeah.
They're just, I wanted to get boots that were waterproof, even though my hunting boots are, but I
Yeah.
really didn't want to wear my hunting boots because
Broden's
they're
out there with like those rubber rain boots.
big old clogs.
Just pair of muck boots.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That would suck.
Waders. He's hiking in waders.
Yeah.
I could have because they're behind like weather-wise over there. Like we're kind of hitting summer now.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're just kind of getting to spring up in the mountains. Like snow's
Mm.
starting to kind of melt all the way around, and
Yeah.
it's like 50 degrees, 45 degrees.
Good time for a hike though.
Yeah, it's perfect because when you're hiking and it's 45 degrees and you got like a jacket and then a sweatshirt on, you're sweating. Like you're ready to
You're
shed
getting hot,
layers.
but you're like, man,
Yeah.
at least it's not hot outside.
Right, because if
Yeah.
it was hot outside, like you can only take off so many clothes before somebody starts getting
Yeah.
pissed.
Before you got to take your skin off.
Because me,
That's good.
personally, I'll hike 25 miles naked. I don't care if anybody sees my Johnson.
Yeah. No.
But other people don't care to see my Johnson.
Yeah. You don't know that.
Maybe there's a guy waiting on the trail. Today could be the day. Been sitting out here for 2.5 years. Could
on the rock.
He's bird watching. That's what
get
he's
one
doing every day.
bird watching.
He's bird watching.
He's got his binoculars.
Yeah. Come on. Somebody's Johnson. Come on. Coming around the corner. Coming around. Just waiting for that day.
He goes back home and his wife's sitting there.
Did you see one today?
Not
He'll
yet.
be coming while on the mountain. Here he comes. That'd be good. Yeah.
That would be perfect.
God, that today might be the day.
That was awesome.
Every day it just jumps out of bed. Come on.
Yeah.
Gotta get the boots on. Gotta get out there.
I wonder if they're like hills specifically for like nude hiking.
There's beaches for them. Why not hills?
Yeah.
Should I look that up real quick?
Sure.
I will. But just in conclusion, though, Glacier, one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my life.
You saw one glacier?
Glacier National Park.
okay.
There's a bunch of
Well,
glaciers
it's
there.
not Glaciers National Park. Glacier.
There's tons of trails and stuff out there. Really, some of the cool stuff. I want to go back and do stuff off trail, like some crazy stuff.
Yeah. Climb
So,
trees.
I'll go
hammocks.
with you. Let's pack in with like a fucking tent.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I've had a hard time talking my better half into getting on board with that. She wasn't too happy about that idea,
No,
Yeah.
not at all.
but I know me and you could go out there and we could not only survive but thrive.
Yeah, and I could go with.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually,
Will you come?
we could
What do you
carry.
mean by pack in?
Like we're
Like, we
not going to
pack
be
in
a part
with-
of civilization or cell service or anything for 3 days.
Oh, 3 days, sure.
I think you find your bit of yourself on that.
How many birds are out there?
Tons.
Dude, you have no idea. And
Tons.
I found
2
out.
at least.
One other watcher, I think.
Yeah.
We run into him.
Easton's the guy. He's
Yeah,
walking back
that's
into
him.
Shayna going, not yet.
Ooh, baby.
He sits down at the kitchen table and Shane is rubbing his shoulders. It's all right.
Seeing you today, honey?
Tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Tons of chipmunks, though. Real sweet little animals.
Really?
Tons of bighorn
I
sheep.
saw a couple. Did you see bighorn sheep?
Oh, yeah. Herds of them.
What if they said big orange sheep? I'm like, that'd be interesting to see.
They do spray paint sheep sometimes.
Been like numbers when they run away.
What was I going to look up? No, I forgot.
How many
bees in a
glaciers are
box?
in Glacier National
No.
Park?
No.
How many bees in a box?
No.
See, I
We don't remember what I was going to look up.
No.
We are bad.
rewind this.
What's up with you, Liam?
I also went on vacation and I also had a bit of walker's high. Went to South Dakota, went down to the Black Hills. Me and Jax, we did try to do a little turkey hunting and quickly discovered there are no turkeys unless they are 10 feet outside your Airbnb,
Oh,
which we did not shoot them, but we just probably should have.
why not? Too easy?
Too easy. There's no glory in it.
Yeah. What if you ran at him with a knife? Small knife. Makes it
Maybe.
harder?
Yeah, a little Swiss Army, little
Yeah.
maybe. If I could have dueled a turkey,
Dueled a turkey.
yeah, I would have went for it. Yeah.
Like a Western duel, like back to back, walk and turn.
No, like
A sword?
too easy. Like I have
Well,
to.
he gets one.
He gets two.
Okay, harder.
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 I could be on board with this,
Yeah.
but no, it was too easy. So we went out like 2 days, I think, like early in the morning, went out and scouted, went out and hunted, and just didn't see anything, couldn't figure anything else. We're like, all right, whatever. So then we were there, brought the girlfriends with,
Did they come later or same time?
same time.
You all rode down together, is what he's asking.
a few hours later. No, me and Jax drove down in the morning, and they left town at like noon or something.
Yeah.
So they didn't get there until like 6 or 7. But
Interesting.
we went on a hike down there that was straight up. It was like your stairs, except pitched up a little bit higher, and it was just rock. Like
And you pointed about quarter mile up, and you're like, "That's where I hit it, right there. That's the runner's high."
pretty much
That
because we were
little
going up there. I was wearing my hiking boots, and hey, well, they were my hunting boots actually.
Just jealous because I don't have hiking boots.
Not yet, but you're
No.
gonna.
No.
You
They
can
were-
get them for cheap.
They were my hunting boots.
Yeah.
Well, his were $80 hiking boots. My hunting boots are $500. So
Yeah.
Do you get to kill the
You have
animals
the
with the
Kenetracks,
boots?
right?
yeah,
Yeah. They're legit. They're worth
Yeah.
every
They're
penny
so-
of $500.
my feet felt fantastic.
Yeah. Do they give you dead silence when you run around the hills? So the
Yes,
animals can't hear
actually.
you?
When you walk, you actually feel like you are like almost float, like gliding with these boots. Like your feet just move fluid with the ground no matter what.
It's true.
I'm serious.
It's true.
Put these boots on and go for a
What
walk
size shoe
in
do you
some
wear?
real rugged
11.
terrain. You wouldn't fit in either.
Mm.
Yeah, it's-
Yeah.
damn.
What?
I wear
Long-
11 sometimes.
Cuts his toenails or not? What are you? 9.5?
Yeah, 9.5.
Really?
If I want it snug, 10 is probably about a normal size for me.
Well, that's the thing. I order all my boots in like a 10 or a 10.5 because then the leather will stretch. But like there's pairs of sneakers where I go, yeah, I need an 11. Like those FootJoy golf shoes I just bought, those are 11s.
Yeah, you need to get rid of those.
Why?
I've been having issues with smelling feet. Okay, I worded that wrong. I'm not smelling them, but my feet are smelling. And I think it's into the soles, so I'm going to buy some new soles and see if that works. My feet just get so stinky after
How about
a
some
full
of
day.
those? Have you tried like a spray?
Yeah, I have one upstairs.
You used
and
to
it
have
just
sneaker
doesn't-
balls.
Nothing's working.
No, not really. I even let them sit out for 2 weeks and not wear them. And I'm like, maybe it'll.
I just
Go
go
away.
for like a good like change out your insoles every 6 months.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to try next. Because they're fine. Like, if you were to go up there and smell them, it probably wouldn't be like, oh, I love this. But if I wore them for a
your
couple
shoes?
hours, yeah, they'd be fine. You wouldn't throw up. But if I wore them for a couple hours,
There's a big scale of me smelling things to the point where I'm gonna throw up.
yeah. and I could hit the top of it. Give me 8
Wow,
hours to walk
really?
around.
I don't
It's
think so. I don't think
so
you could do
bad
that.
as to
Give
where
me a burrito and sit in a work truck with me, and I'll.
You're sick.
sometimes I can smell them. This is so much TMI that I'm giving to the audience, but whatever. Maybe you guys have remedies you can give me. I stopped wearing the shoes because they smell bad. I threw a pair of shoes away in Vegas. I don't know
Yeah,
if I
you
said
told
that.
us about this
Yeah.
on the podcast. You did.
Yeah. So sometimes late in the day, I'll be sitting there and I'm like, yep, they smell. And I won't even move my feet. I'm like Stonehenge, my legs from the bottom down. I sit exactly like this. Don't move. Because if I do this, you get a little waft.
Lets it out.
Yeah. It's like a Dutch oven, but for my feet.
So is this something you're constantly thinking about, like when you're out and about in the day and you can feel your feet getting like hot and a little bit sticky?
Not constantly, but towards the end of days, sometimes I'm like, it's going to suck. These socks might as well just go in the garbage. Yeah. They don't, but yeah, I gotta do some insole work, I think.
I think it's a good choice.
Do you wash your feet in the shower?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Maybe you just got more
I got
sweat glands in your
yeah,
feet.
I got a lot of them.
It's just the
Made my
thing.
Cut some of my own.
I'm gonna jump back. That hill I was talking about in South Dakota that I hiked up.
Yep.
That I got like halfway up that hill, and it's like it's up, and it is
A
like
lot
there's
of
no trail.
elevation gain.
There's no trail at all. Like
Did you bring picks?
no.
I did
picks.
break off a tree branch for McKaylee and said, "Here's your walking stick. Use it so I don't have to turn around every 20 feet and wait for you."
Please.
Do they really help you pull you up the hill?
She actually kept pace a lot better after having a walking stick.
I think that might be part of the mental game.
Well,
That
yeah.
might be something mental. She claims it saved her life like
Yeah.
6 or 7 times
Look at you.
because the
Broden threatening to drown her in
Yeah.
the nearest river if he didn't
Use
keep
this
up.
to walk faster, or I'm gonna beat you with it.
I think it was me turning around ready to push her down the mountain and her going like this with the stick saying don't get close. But no, she part of the last 5 miles of the last hike we did was on about 10 feet of snow on the side of a mountain since it was way in there.
Yeah.
So when the snow falls, like you don't have a flat trail to walk on anymore. It's at the angle of the side of the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
So we're walking like on a slope, but like across it and up. So if
Like
like
a
you,
sheep
yes, like a sheep.
or a mountain
How do you
goat.
know you're on the trail still?
She has a little app where the trail's marked out GPS on there, and then
Yeah.
she downloads it, and it matches her via satellite.
Yeah,
So-
Leah had that
Oh.
because we got that one that we were doing. We got like halfway through it, and we're like, "There's no one here. Like we're not on a trail right now." And she goes, "It says we're dead on the middle of this trail right now." I go, "This is insane."
Yeah, that's how you didn't do, or you had no idea where you were in
People
comparison
think
to
they
the
can
trail.
go off the grid.
Oh, you can't.
You could be tracked so goddamn fast. They
Leave
just
the phone
ping
in the
you from the
car.
satellite. Yeah. Wow. How hard is that?
To what? Leave the phone in the car?
Yeah.
Easy. You don't. leave it
Yeah,
in
if
the
you're
car.
not gonna have cell service, you could put my phone in a bag and drop it in the middle. Like I don't care anymore.
You're not getting that back. Unless you
Well,
got a good
reel it back
swimmer.
up.
That was the other thing. Some of these lakes that we were hiking around, I looked them up, and like we think Lake Sakakawea is like really deep. It's like 200 feet. Dude, some of these lakes are like 1,000 feet in glacier.
That's like
Really?
way more than Sakakawea.
Yeah,
Like 5 times as much.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. I'm going, that's terrifying. I am more terrified of that lake right now than I am of a grizzly coming out of hibernation and being super
Speaking
hungry.
of deep water, how about those morons that just free dive in 15 miles deep just on a string?
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. Ugh.
I'm going to look that up. What's
Divers
the-
It's
high,
not
dude.
15 miles. That was
no, I want to
divers
know
high.
because
I
I
call
bet-
everything something high. Podcast high. We're on it right now.
I'm on really riding this vibe right now. I could record for another 6 hours.
No.
But speaking of being high, I was halfway up that hill, and like Carolyn brought a pair of tennis shoes to hike in. And this was not a tennis shoe friendly
Yeah.
hike. I'm just going up this hill, and I look back and I'm like, let's go. Like I'm gonna just start running up this thing.
So pumped.
It felt great. Like I was because like I felt full goat. Like I could
Full goat.
I could
My inner
I
goat
could
was
see-
really speaking to me.
It came out. I grew, this right here grew out another like 6 inches, just like meh. And I was just going. I just carved a little path out here. I go, yep, I can put my foot right there.
Were you leading the pack?
100%.
Yeah.
Yep. It
I'd
felt
expect nothing less.
great. I had to.
Handing out walking sticks to your fellow trail members like Broden?
I had lanyard tied to my waist, and I
Really?
said, "Grab on."
Like
I'll pull you up this.
Yeah.
like the kids walking to Dairy Queen at the end of the school year.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody, hang on.
Yeah, everyone grab this rope.
Deepest free dive?
Yeah.
831 feet.
Wow. So almost to the bottom of that lake.
Yeah. It said the deepest woman free dive was 525. I just had to throw that in there because it threw that in there.
And he's like, he's like
Just
78 feet. Yeah, we just want, yeah.
But yeah,
Smaller launch.
831 feet underwater. I
That
don't
is-
like going more than like 6 feet underwater.
I
don't know
I
if
can't
I
even
could
imagine going 100 down.
I don't know if I could hold my breath for over a minute.
How about like, have you ever went to the bottom of like a diving pool, like at the high school, at the deep end of
to
the high
pick
school?
up the rings?
Yeah.
And they're like 18 feet deep or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I thought
my
there were
ears
sharks in
hurt
there.
when I go
Yeah.
down there, dude. I couldn't imagine going 25 times the amount of that.
Yeah.
Because you have to equalize the pressure.
How do you do that?
Like this.
You blow. You
Or
can't
no,
breathe
oh, you
in
plug it-
underwater.
If you're a fish.
You're
Yeah,
just
if you're a
thirsty.
fish,
Give him
yeah.
a break.
You have to. Yeah, you have to.
I was thinking of fighter
get-
pilot.
is
You
that
get
where
to
you
the
plug
point
your
right where it
nose
hurts
and-
and breathe out.
Yeah.
Because then that pops your ears. That's you releasing the pressure out of your body system.
I don't get
equalizing and then going a
how-
little bit deeper.
You can have that much air.
Practice. I think some of these guys like make themselves black out almost.
I think
It's-
some of
it's
these guys
something-
are
it's something
attention
insane.
whores. Yeah.
What about what's it called? Like
Like, why are we doing that?
where the pressure disease. You know what I'm talking
subs?
about? Yeah. Is that what
No.
it is?
It's called.
That's what SpongeBob had
Something's-
when he when he got sick.
No, it's called like.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Something sickness.
Man, I should know this.
Where you dive too deep, your body gets used to the pressure. You come up too fast, your body
Yeah.
explodes.
Just kidding, guys. He's not here.
Yeah, it's
Don't-
it's when you come up too fast. It's the same thing happens in fish.
It is called. Give me the first letter, bro, and I'll get it.
I don't even know how do I
Faster,
type
faster,
this in?
faster.
Pressure
Sickness
sickness?
for coming to the surface too fast. Too much breath quickness.
Oh, it's really simple. It
What's the
starts
word?
with a D.
Depressurization, something.
Decompression.
Decompression
sickness.
sickness, yes.
I think there's a fancier word for it.
Nope.
Okay.
I just looked it up in my head.
Oh, the bends is what they call
yeah,
that's
Ben's
what it
disease.
was. Yeah.
Yeah, sailors used to get it. That and scurvy.
Mm-hmm. Scurvy was bad.
it. Dude, it tore through the sailing community.
It sure did. I think the sailors were tearing through the sailing community.
Probably.
Yeah, something like that. I'm glad you guys had some good trips. Got some Walker's High.
Oh,
Do any gambling, Liam?
I did. I lost everything.
Yeah.
Lost a lot.
Did you
I
play
was-
table games or just
I
slot
was-
machines?
I was on a roll. I was on slots for a while, and then me and Jax were sitting at a blackjack table for a while. Some guy, first time ever playing live blackjack. It was like his 46th birthday. Just couldn't lose. Won every hand, and
how you want it to be.
just kept winning. Just kept. I was sitting next to him. Just kept winning.
So does the casino know that? They go, this is his first time. Let him win because he will be back every weekend for the rest of his life.
Dude, every first time gambler wins. It's like when I was in Vegas
Probably.
in May. That one guy had no idea how to throw the dice. And the dealer's like, this is a virgin shooter. And he rolled for 45 minutes.
It was insane.
It must be the
It
first,
was
just
insane.
first time.
He had like the dealer was showing 7. He flipped 17, and he's like, "Well, why not 4?" It's like, what is going on, dude? It was just insane. It was just insane to watch.
Yeah, sometimes you just go on those runs, man.
Yeah.
Are you the person that gets happy for that guy, or do you
Oh,
look
yeah.
at him and you go, I fucking hate that?
I was so happy. I won a few hands too, but like he just kept winning. I look over and I go, "Dude, you should write a book."
There's got to be some animosity, though.
Oh, for me,
Oh.
there's only animosity. There's not
have
some
to.
animosity.
gotta
Well,
have
Broden,
table
how did you
banter.
feel last summer when me and Barch stayed up late and we won that big roll and you were sleeping? What did you feel like the next morning? You can be honest. I don't care.
I
Were you
felt-
like, fuck?
I wasn't mad at you so much as I went, why the hell did I go to bed?
Yeah.
But then the next couple nights, we had all collectively some really good
So
rolls.
that helps. Yeah.
So then I kind of forgot about it.
Yeah. And I just wanted to bring it up again. So think about that later because you went to bed.
Yeah, I don't know why I did. But then the rest
Because
of the
it
night,
was 4 a.m.
yeah, but the rest of the
All
time,
right. Well,
you guys had
when you put it
trouble.
like that.
We got done at like 4:10 a.m. Started rolling at 3 a.m.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know if I saw the bed the rest of the trip. All I remember is sitting at the Keno machine when everybody else went to bed and just
An old lady.
yeah.
It's all right. All right. Should we get into this week's notes?
Almost. I got one last life update.
Okay.
I was in a golf tournament this last weekend.
Yep.
It was a good time. It was a good time. We had fun.
Did you
Did you
win
win?
it, Liam?
Yeah. Yeah, we fucking did.
Did you really? How much money you win?
Little over $3,300
Really?
As a team.
as a
Right.
team.
4-person scramble or what?
3.
3-person scramble.
So we each took home a
1,100.
little over
bucks,
$1,100.
Jesus. Who's on your team?
Me, Matt Hendrickson, and Brock Atkinson.
Nice. How'd you
Hawkinson.
pull off the cheating?
We didn't.
I know. I'm
Nice
just kidding.
try.
I'm just giving you shit.
Nice try.
Who's
There was one guy there that it was a 2-day tournament, and for 2 entire days he called us sandbagging.
Okay, so
fucks.
tell him why he called you sandbaggers, though. Because the first day
The first day after 9 holes we were like 5 under.
Where is this at the base?
No, this was in Botno.
Okay,
Okay.
real quick. The first day you get placed in a flight for the second day
Yeah, do you
based
know
on
how
what your
Calcutta
score
works?
on the.
Yes.
Yeah. So, okay.
Yeah.
I will briefly explain it.
Okay.
First day of the tournament, go out. Rules are laid back. Show up anywhere between 9 and fucking 1 o'clock or whatever it was, and play your 18 holes, and then give us your score, and then that's going to determine the Calcutta for Sunday, which all the money comes from Sunday.
Yeah.
So that's where everybody finishes their rounds on Saturday, and they go, okay, there's like 30 some teams.
Mhm.
So there's 3 flights: champion flight, first flight, second flight. They go, here's the 10 best scores. That's champion flight. Here's the next 10, first flight, so on. So then we were in flight 1, just below champion, which I think that's why the guy kept calling us sandbagging fucks, because like after
Say
like
it to you?
so much. Yeah. Yeah. Like
How old is this guy?
he was our age, maybe just like a year or 2 younger than
Okay.
I am. Like good golfer, like everything like that. But like I think he knows Brock and Matt pretty well, and they both like golfed all through high school together. So like they know that they're good, and then I'm just kind of there. But
And he was just like, you sandbagging fucks.
yeah, because he just thought like he heard our score after the first day, and he goes, "There's no way."
What were you guys
I think we finished 5 or 6 under.
in 18 holes?
Yeah.
So you want to have a kind of a shitty score on the
If you're
first day.
sandbagging, fuck yeah. You want to
So
piss the bed Saturday, so then you get put in a low flight, and then you're guaranteed to win your flight basically.
right, but you win less money winning the shittier flight than you would the higher flight.
So was he in flight 1?
He was in the same flight as us.
Yeah. So Champions Flight also had a prize of whatever.
Yeah, I totally forgot to ask how much the champion flight went for, because it's like it's all Calcutta. So what happens is anybody can buy anyone. It's like an auction. Anyone can buy anyone's team, but the winnings for that flight is depending on how much the teams go for. So we bought our own team for $700,
Really?
and the entire pot for the Calcutta was $33.20 or something like that. So aside from our 700, there were 9 other teams that that got bought because they thought they were going to win. Because that's how, if we didn't
Okay.
if we didn't buy our own team and we won it like we did, whoever bought our team takes all the pot.
So you pretty much have to buy your own team.
If you
if you think you're going
if
to
you
win.
got it like that, yeah. If you
Were other people were bidding on your team?
I think they were just bidding us up just to be assholes. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then it ended up working out, so they
Yeah.
can.
And it was crazy because it came down to the last day.
Were you like, holy fuck, how much money are we going to buy our dumbass team for?
Were you
that confident
We
you're gonna
talked
win?
beforehand. We were like, hey, we're not gonna spend any more than $1,000,
Yeah.
because that was split between all of us. So we all pitched in like $230
Yeah.
to buy our own team.
So you were willing to go $333 a piece.
Yeah. Bet on yourself, man.
Yeah, gotta. I guess. I just can't imagine. I mean, I guess knowing that there's 10 people in your flight, better chances. But if you were to go to a regular scramble,
Well, 10 other teams.
yeah, 10 other teams. But a regular scramble where everyone's in it and they're just handicap it,
Yeah.
that's like shit. I don't know if I'm
Yeah,
paying
that'd be-
1,000 for my own team. I don't think we can go 16 under.
No.
Yeah.
No, and that's the thing too, is where it's like once you're getting up that high, it's like
Yeah,
probably might not
no.
even worth it.
Yeah.
But it came down to it. It
So
was
there's no buy-in. If you don't buy your team, you golf for free?
$180 a person buy-in.
180.
Yeah.
Plus the Calcutta.
Per person. And then, well, I mean, the Calcutta goes for whatever. Like,
Yeah.
that's the thing, though. Is that
Right,
like,
but
we
to
made it
show up
back.
in golf, it's
So it's
180
180
bucks.
plus your 230 you paid.
That I had into the tournament, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Aside from the
So it's still a
7
pretty
Caesars
good weekend just
and
to golf.
48
great
Miller
weekend.
Lights I bought, yeah.
Which is probably another 180 itself.
Yeah, probably.
Still came out ahead though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Not by much,
That's
but
electric.
I did.
Yeah.
That was so fun. Oh,
You're like,
dude.
I
And it
got
was like,
some-
it came down to a four-team tie at the last day for our flight. So all 4 teams, so us and 3 other teams, we started on hole 8 in Bono, so it was a par 3. Matt put his on the green. Brock putted it close. I had a tap in.
Oh, it was alternate shot.
Alternate shot, yeah. But the alternate shot resets on the next hole. So anyone can go anytime. So then we had so it was us and one other team that finished out that we both parred. The other team's bogeyed, so they were out. So it was us and the other team, and it was that kid that kept calling us sandbag and fucks. And so it was like, let's
Let's
go.
Put your money where your mouth is.
And Brock gets up, rips it straight. It peels off just a little bit left of the fairway. So we're kind of in some rough, but like a good spot to be. We're looking straight at the green. And this is the worst pin placement you've ever seen in a tournament. It was insane. This 9th hole, it's up on a hill. And if you putt it past, like they put the cup right on the edge of the green. And if you go past, it rolls 20 yards down the hill.
Oof.
And there were people, like we had to wait 30 minutes for people to clear the green because we'd watch them walk up the green, putt
Walk
it
back
over
down.
and walk down, chip it back on, putt it off again. It was brutal.
Definition of insanity.
So Brock hits a nice drive. Matt chips it, like we said, all right, either put it on the cup or land it short. Make it short, easy chip on,
Yeah.
good tap on. So he lands it just a little bit short. I chip it on like 2 yards from the hole. Brock sinks it. $3,300.
And that guy just started running after you.
Pretty much, yeah.
You sandbagging fox.
It was,
Did after you made your putt and won, did he say some more shit?
no, I don't think he said anything. I'm sure he was thinking it, but
He probably listens. Let
he
us know what
might.
you
Yeah,
think.
he might be a
You
listener.
ever catch his name?
I can't remember. No, I'm sure I could.
But you said
I could
Matt
find
and Brock
out.
knew him.
Yeah, I could find out who it was. Yeah, and I'm sure he's a good golfer too. I think he grew up
good enough.
golfing with them. Well, it was his putt that like
Fuck
it was his drive. He sliced it way off, and after he sliced it, we're like
Liam's like sonk
Yeah,
in his
yeah.
backswing.
so he put him way over in the shit, and we're like, okay, we got it.
Yeah.
And then it was his turn. It was alternate shot, so it was his turn to putt again once he got on and putted off the green. Which was a tough putt. He was there. He was 15 feet away. You don't stop the ball from 15 feet before it rolls past. So
Yeah, that's crazy.
sick though.
It's crazy. I
First
golfed
time-
for the first time this year on Saturday.
How much did you win?
I didn't play for money. I shot an 86 with a 46 on the front. I was playing really good on the back, and I'll take it for my first time out.
That's solid.
Yeah.
First time out.
Shot a 40 on the back. I was pretty happy with that. But yeah, I left a couple strokes out for sure. I think at one point I was out of 7 holes. I had 6 pars, 1 bogey. I was like, you know what? I'll take it.
Absolutely take
Yeah.
that.
Golfing the tournament on June 20th. We'll see how that goes.
Fucking A.
Yeah.
Well, who wants to hear about some ants?
Ants. That's what we're talking about today, guys.
Episode 91. We're talking about ants.
Hour in.
Hour
all right.
in. Hey, who cares?
Are we?
Hey, that's what the people wanted. Probably just under. Probably about 45 minutes.
No.
50 minutes.
Ants are born from eggs and usually have a 1 to 2 year lifespan.
Really?
Yeah.
We both couldn't believe that. How long were you thinking
way.
ants live for?
Few months.
1 to 2 years. I did not think that. I'd say 1 tops.
I was thinking like a couple months
Really?
before I had heard that. I was thinking
Well, they're so
maybe like
small.
4 or 5 months.
Yeah, I'm fascinated by ants.
Oh, me too. 100%.
Boy, do I have some stuff for you. in
Oh
here.
boy.
You got stuff about ants?
You name
2
it, dude.
Years.
They are they evolved from wasps.
Really?
Yeah,
No.
it's
Cut their
true.
wings off?
That says it right here. They evolved
According to
from
this paper.
wasps.
Anybody ever seen a wasp turn into
Haven't
an
you
ant?
seen those new giant ass hornets that look like ants?
Mm-hmm.
That's them. It's insane.
They don't look like ants, though.
Some of them.
They have the same body shape.
Exactly.
We have the same body shape as gorillas.
Same body shape as that golf ball you bought.
Some would say. Evolved from gorillas.
I saw a video of an orangutan pointing at something in the lady's backpack, and it was almost sentient.
Dude, you want to hear something insane? I actually thank you for bringing that up now that we're talking about it. We have been able...
We got 30 seconds out of ants before we got off.
Fuck ants, dude. Fuck ants. They're so small.
It's really hard to
burn them.
Yeah.
We can speak with like monkeys, like stuff like that. Like we've been able to like... What's going on? Zookeepers, they're the only ones that just have actual conversations with them.
Yeah.
They walk in there and the girl goes, "What's up?"
Yeah, there's some type of like scouts honor that they withhold to not tell people gorillas can communicate in coherent English.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's going on? That would be nuts.
What are you talking to me?
But we've been able to, like, monkeys and apes and everything can answer questions. We've been able to ask them questions and they can answer us everything. So we can communicate with them.
Yeah.
They've never once asked us one question.
They do not give a shit about
what are you on about?
Nothing at all.
So who's smarter for that? Are we smarter for giving a shit about what they think? Or are they smarter for not giving a rat's ass about what we think?
I don't know.
What's up with you? What's going on? You better tell me. I'm gonna pull your belly hair.
No,
you better tell me what's going on.
We'll get canceled for the...
We're not getting canceled.
Yeah, we'll get canceled if you say what you think right now. Because we're
Chill
thinking
out.
the same thing.
You guys are sick.
Yeah, you're damn right I'm sick.
I just
think
can't
it's
believe-
funny that
I
we
just
got
can't
so off
believe that.
topic so early. That's what I was laughing about.
I just can't believe that. How have we been able to ask monkeys these questions for so long, and they know what we're asking them, and they answer, and they don't ever ask us anything?
They can't talk.
Buttons, Richard. Have you not seen the buttons?
How do you know they've never asked us something?
They communicate with us.
That's what
other
Google
than-
said.
Maybe we don't give them the question mark button, so we keep thinking they're saying phrases. And
And I'm sure we've talked about this before, but there's that dog on TikTok that knows like 400 buttons, like 400
Bunny.
different words.
Bunny the dog.
Yes. It's like a
Stupid.
Labradoodle or something.
Yeah.
stupid fucking name.
The stupidest looking dog with the stupidest name, but somehow it's really smart. And they
Yeah.
taught it a lot of words.
Not as smart as that elephant that can paint. Have you seen that shit? Holy Christ.
Dude, a lot of elephants. Elephants are really intelligent.
Dude,
actually.
have you seen the video of the elephant painting?
I don't think I have.
Oh my God. We don't have Nathan, so I'm going to find this for you, but it puts the brush in its trunk.
What's gonna hold it with his hand?
It's a paw.
It's a paw.
It's paw.
Is
maybe.
it?
What do the elephants have?
A hoof.
An ass she grabbed. Like the guy off of the Adam Sandler movie where he pretends to marry that chick.
Elephant that paints. Dude, I promise you, this shit is crazy. He's called Paintings Made by Elephants, Suda the Elephant in Thailand. That's who it is. He's legit painting.
Okay, while you're looking that up, what makes me like really think about this stuff is you see dogs that are trained to know this kind of stuff and they have really high intelligence because they're trained. What happens like when you take a dolphin that's really smart that we think is like the smartest animal besides humans, or like a crow that has shown, I think I've read places where a crow or a raven has the same intelligence as like a 7 to 10-year-old kid, which is pretty damn smart. Like, what happens if you start training those things? Like, that's just like observed in the wild. We see them being that smart. Like a dog
I've
in
been observing him.
a dog in the wild. Like you look at that thing and then you go, yeah, like it's pretty smart, but like it's not that smart.
It's not doing what
Like what crows
yeah.
are putting rocks in water
you can
bottles so
to
they can raise the water
to
level.
drink out of it.
Yeah, they understand displacement.
That's wild intuition.
Yeah. Like you didn't know that would happen when you were 7.
No, but I think if I was trying to find water as much as they probably are, I'd do some weird shit like put rocks in a bottle and see what
Well,
happens.
how
You
about
think they're
dolphins
just
doing
trying it
weird
out, though?
shit like passing pufferfish back and forth
To
because
get
the
high for
toxins get
fun.
high?
Well,
Dolphins are
I think one time, once it does it, it makes you feel weird. It's like if I was 7 years old and I ate a
But
cookie,
then they make
and
the
the cookie
connection.
made me, oh, I'd be
Now
like,
you're gonna
fuck, I
be
need
hooked on
more of those cookies.
You know what, dude? Next episode, say what were you gonna do? What were you gonna
Crows.
Do? Yeah,
We were not gonna do crows. We're gonna do birds.
yeah. It was gonna be
Don't
yeah.
limit it.
Dude. Say birds slash
I'll
cool
just do
animal facts.
intelligent animals.
Thank you. I think that'd be sick. I want to hear all about the dolphins again. I've heard it 20 times over, but I always forget. So let's hear it.
Look at
again.
this elephant. Look at this painting elephant right here.
Is
You gotta
painting an
link it.
elephant?
This will be in the link.
Oh my god!
This elephant is a wizard.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That elephant
What's he
draws
doing to
better
that?
than I do. And did it write its name?
Yes. Suda. So like this elephant is
There's
nuts.
no way. I'm going to need to see a video
Wow.
of that elephant writing its own name. I don't care about the pictures. It wrote its name. That's insane. Dude,
Yeah, but it's like
just think
really
about that.
apparently
you
it's so
couldn't
understands
write
the
your name.
alphabet.
You couldn't write your name until you were like 5.
Probably.
And this elephant just whipped it out. And it didn't even do it with its hands. You had to use your hands. This thing did it with its nose.
Yeah. It's got a long nose though.
It
Yeah,
doesn't
but
have
you
any
got-
other options.
But apparently this elephant is like not a good elephant. Like it fucking fucks with people and is miserable
'cause
and like
it's
violent.
Yeah, probably because
Like they're making them
paints
paint
a giant middle finger on there.
Yeah,
in
just-
captivity.
double birds. Well, yeah, it's not
This
doing
is
this in
a
the wild.
very-
He's not getting his own canvases and has an easel. He's like, let me just paint this
They
landscape.
spread the bushes,
He's walking
and
to
there's
the
a
general
wild
store.
elephant painted with a whole museum of paintings. What the
imagine you
He's
hell?
got that little hat, the mime hat, or whatever the artist hat.
Little Picasso hat or whatever.
Imagine you sign up for a safari and you're going down on a Jeep and around the tree is an elephant holding one of those painting boards with his thumb through the paint hole.
Trunk
into
The Bob
paint.
Ross thing?
Yeah.
hitting this thing.
Yeah.
The hell?
That'd be
And-
absurd.
Yep. There's Zoo, whatever it is.
There's Suda.
There's Suda. Yep. You just wait till we turn the corner. There's another elephant working on an F-150 underneath the crank and the wrenches.
He's
What
wearing
is going on
Hey,
here?
he's wearing like an actual coveralls, like the mechanic
covered
wears.
in oil and grease.
Pack of Camel Crushes hanging
Yeah.
out its back pocket, dart in its mouth.
A rag in his pocket. Oh god, that'd be awesome.
Man, he might be the most intelligent animal.
But still, this elephant is obviously highly intelligent to write its own name. That's insane. I didn't know it was doing that. I didn't know any animal could do that.
I just pictured an elephant like in a jet, flying a jet, sitting
You thought that
upright.
was cool.
People jobs.
1998 Air Force crew is
Yeah.
all the people. Giant elephant.
That'd be awesome.
When's the first elephant getting drafted in the NFL?
I think there's quite a few of them in there.
I said elephant. I didn't say.
So it's social insects. The ants lived in organized colonies and formed complex societies.
Dude,
They-
don't they live in like trail things underneath the ground, or is that worms?
Mounds.
No.
Yep.
Yeah.
And farm, and-
Well, what the hell's under
they-
the
A
mound?
colony.
What's under the mound though?
It's a tunnel system,
Yeah.
Tons of tunnels.
like
So
very
many.
intricate,
Incredibly.
and they all have like their own little bed houses.
Pickaxes.
Yeah.
Little
Diamonds, coal, iron ore.
That's what I picture. Like a
Lapis lazuli.
small, yeah, like a small coal mining farm is every ant colony. Right? Like
Basically.
Minecraft more.
what is okay? So like our end goal is like we want to be happy, right? We want to have a successful, happy life and enjoy life. What's an ant?
Survive.
Like most animals survive.
I don't know. We don't. Does an ant get happy? Does it get depressed because it hasn't
It gets
seen
happy.
its wife?
It gets happy because one time I was cutting my toenails on the sidewalk and like on my front porch. I wasn't actually sitting on my sidewalk, but I was cutting them on the front porch because it's just better than it's easier. And like 15 ants come up and grab my big toenail and carry it into the grass.
Bullshit.
Are
I
you
don't believe
serious?
that
I
for a
am
second.
100. I swear on whatever you
Only
want me to
one
swear on.
ant.
Why didn't
Only
you
one
record
ant
it?
picked that thing up because they are strong.
Yep. Ants, it says
No,
here.
it was like 4 or 5, I think. But there was a shit ton of them running around.
Like, could you imagine yourself picking up a windmill, wing? That's what an ant does.
Not anymore.
Ants are one of the world's strongest creatures in relation to their size. I think they can pick up like 10 times their body
More
weight.
than that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's like, where are they bringing this stuff?
Back to the hive. The colony.
I'm putting it where? They have tunnels. They can't fit my toenail. And what are they doing with my toenails? What I want to know.
Maybe that's like a precious resource for them. Like we go to war for oil. Ants
Ants
go to war for toenails.
ants have been observed carrying 50 times their body weight.
That's pretty much what
Yeah.
I said.
Yeah, tomato. But yeah, I swear on my whole family, God, whatever you want me to swear on. It picked up the toenail, and I was like, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Well, it must have been a worker ant that did that because some worker ants act as soldiers, protecting the colony, gathering
He
food.
did have a
and
little
fight-
gun now that I think about
Yeah,
it.
little M16, all
Yeah.
dressed in green.
Yeah.
Fortunate Son playing in the background as they carried the toenail.
As they were coming out of the side of my porch. Yeah.
God.
Colonizing bastards. That's what they're called, ant colonies.
Imagine you go there in like 1 month from now. Like I cut my toenails all the time, and I'd look like just off to the right side where my rocks are at. There's just like a toenail house, like a fort built
And
out of
a little
toenails.
flag flying.
Yeah,
Could be.
a little flag. That would be crazy. What would be on it?
Oh man, what would be the ant flag?
Toe.
Toe, one big toe. Did you say?
Yeah, if it's the toenail colony, I don't know.
I'd like that. Yeah, it just is my name. Thank you, Easton.
Thanks, Easton. Great toenail.
Great toenails.
Ants are fast. Ants hold the record for the fastest movement in the animal kingdom,
Relative.
which
I can
I'm
step
sure,
on one
which
so
I'm
easy.
sure must be relative to their size again.
Yeah.
Ants are everywhere.
There should be a thing where they simulate like an ant size, the speed it moves compared to like what would that be in human? Is it
Well-
30 miles an hour? Is it 40 miles an hour? How fast would we
Gotta
have
be
to
more than
run
that.
for it to be relative?
Well, if you think how much, let's just say 200 pounds. This has nothing to do with speed, but weight. You weigh 200 pounds roughly. We all do. 50 times that. So
What?
50 times.
Where'd you get the 50? What's going on here?
I said
Now,
ants can carry 50 times their
Now
body
imagine
weight.
this: 200 pounds,
50 times
80
that.
times that. Now half that, double it.
I'm
Ants,
blanking
yeah.
right now.
No, we're talking about speed. We're not talking about strength. I think that's
So,
where you got caught
200
up.
pounds, average speed. I would run at probably like I don't know when I run a mile, it's like 7 minute.
But I
mile
wouldn't
or
say a
something.
mile. I'd say your full sprint.
Okay, full
Okay,
sprint,
here you go.
probably
I
like
got it. I
12,
got it.
14 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So the speed of the fastest ant in the world. Only has this ant apparently.
It's their ant.
Yeah,
They have it
own
like
the ant.
horses. Where they're like, yeah, they bought it.
breeding this ant.
Can you breed it?
Traveling at 108 times its body length in a single second, or the human equivalent of 360 miles an hour.
Jesus Christ. Can you imagine? Sorry, Broden's mom for that JC bomb, but can you imagine running as fast as a plane flies?
We don't
That's-
even have cars that drive that fast, man.
Yeah, that is insane. I
Okay,
had no
I'll
idea.
give it to them. They're pretty quick. Fleet of foot,
Fair
you could
enough.
say. Yeah.
And no, ants do not breed. The queen ant lays a bunch of eggs, and they hatch.
How? But like, is it just her stuff, or does she?
That's it.
Just her.
Just her.
Okay.
One man army.
So you can run 360 miles an hour and
I
pick
can't.
up 10,000 pounds. That's an
Dude,
ant.
maybe that's
Those
the way
ants
to
are
go. Everybody says they're animals. Oh, I want to be a bird or something.
Yeah.
Maybe be an ant, dude.
I wonder
Freak
if
of
you
nature.
could.
But a human size
They're
ant.
so small. Could you inject
Oh
steroids
man,
into
please
an
someone
ant?
shoot me so fast. They'd be so scared.
Hey, could you inject steroids into an ant? You think we could do that?
Probably not.
Science though.
Yes.
Mm.
100%. If they give rats LSD and coke, same with spiders. They have the experiment. They give spiders different drugs and see how they do their webs.
I'm not sure if that's a real video.
That's it. No,
I know
I
which
know
one
what
you're
video
talking-
you're talking about. I'm not talking about that.
Oh, okay.
But do you think like obviously you couldn't put a needle in them and give it to an ant because it'd kill it?
You just
But you just have it drink
Drop
No,
something.
you have
or-
like a little drop of it in some like a water droplet.
Sugar
you put,
solution.
Yeah.
yeah, and then it just goes fucking nuts. It's picking up my house.
maybe, dude. Could you imagine a whole colony?
Dude, an ant on some Molly.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's just dancing all the time. Can
He just comes up to you and go, bro, do you have a cigarette?
That TikTok guy with the bees.
all the ants.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. I'd like to do experiences like that. Like if I could get into a different line of work, it would be like fun experiments. I don't know where
Scientist.
that's happening, but
You just be a
That's
you,
what a scientist does,
yeah.
man.
It's,
No,
it's-
but
that's,
not-
that's his job every day. Like as a biologist, you go, "What are we gonna do today?" He goes, let's
We're going to give
see."
this great white shark
but are people
a hit
really
of coke. Yeah.
paint thinner?
We're gonna see what happens.
We're gonna have this squirrel smell rubber cement for 3 hours and see what happens. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't
How
think
many
people
Cheetos can it eat?
but I don't think people are doing experiments like that. I think they're doing like
Oh, you want to
the
do like
DNA of squirrels is 60% of humans. It's like I don't give a fuck. I want to know what happens to it if I give it 15 cookies in a minute.
Yeah. I want to go do this experiment at the park tomorrow. Tell
Yeah.
me what my expected
Like, don't
results
put me in
are.
a lab. Get me
No.
outdoors. You
Yeah.
know, let me touch some birds.
Take me to Oakland.
I like what you're like doing experiments that we don't really need,
No,
but like we kind of need.
but it's like that's an awesome experiment.
Right.
It's just like they could be called trivia experiments. So like this is going to be a good trivia question.
What do
one
you
day.
think what happens
Yeah.
to a squirrel when you let it smoke a joint?
Yeah.
Well, it left its wife and kids at home and it's on its way across the country.
Yeah, it's ate 5 bags of chips. Yeah. But imagine like trivia question pops up. You're at Atypical. Okay. And it's like, how much LSD can you give an ant before it dies? Or how much
We've
LSD
never done it yet.
can you give an ant before it explodes? It's like, huh.
How much LSD can you give an ant before it hits nirvana?
We need these answers.
How much LSD can you give an ant before it sings Nirvana?
Yeah. Before it starts speaking to you, you go here in English. And then Easton goes, how much LSD can I have
Before I start talking to
an ant
ants.
starts talking to me?
Let's reverse this. I think we can make this easier. But yeah,
Skip
like
the middleman.
I think we move away from the small ones because I think an ant would be really hard. But what can we do to a gorilla or an orangutan to make it do some crazy shit? And now we're getting into Peter Wright
Oh,
stuff.
man.
Now we're trending
Oh, man.
quite a line
I have something for the Patreon. Should I just say it on here? Should I just say it on?
No,
Oh,
no,
you
Yeah.
don't want to edit it out?
no, I don't.
I'll tell it to Keston tomorrow.
Good.
He's always my tester, man. When I
Is this bad? Can I say this?
Kind of, but like I say it, and if he laughs, then I know it's funny. But I also know that he knows that I'm joking and doesn't give a shit.
Yeah,
So it's different
don't.
when you joke with your friends versus when you joke to people on the internet.
yeah.
Other
Which
people,
we think are our friends. We treat you as our friend.
yeah, like I hope people know that we're not serious.
Yeah.
It's just jokes, and I think we're funny.
I'm sure.
Yeah. It's not Buzzkill podcast here though.
No, not at all. I got some. I'm going to skip all the other mumbo jumbo and just go to the craziest ant facts that I found. The largest recorded contiguous colony of ants in the
Can we
world
guess?
Is that like okay? You
stretches from. So this is like the colony covers this much area. So
Okay,
that's
yeah.
that's
Like,
what your guess
what is it?
for.
Are you in miles, square miles?
Well, he said something
or
about the
miles.
contiguous United States.
It's miles. Holy shit!
You talk about
Dude,
one trail.
You're not gonna fucking believe this. when I tell
105
you.
miles. 105
Dude.
million miles.
That's 82 times around the earth.
A little bit. Tyler
In between.
somewhere in between there.
I'm gonna guess
I'll give you a range. Okay.
500 miles.
More.
1100.
Holy shit!
The largest recorded contiguous colony of ants in the world stretches blank kilometers or blank miles from northern Italy through the south of France to the Atlantic coast of Spain.
2,000 miles.
More. Is made up
3,000.
of a species
3500.
pretty close.
36.
Little closer.
3650.
Little closer.
37.
3,700 miles.
God damn. That's like
Made up of species of Argentine ant introduced into Europe approximately 80 years ago.
So what does that mean? That's one family? Like that's like the
Introduce.
One
I just keep
colony,
thinking when you introduce a species, you let them off the boat and you go, "Well, this is France." And they-
All right, nice place. Yeah. All right, let's go.
or the croissants.
Yeah. All right, let's get out of here.
Yeah, so it's 3,000 miles from New York to LA. Plus another 700.
Yeah.
so
One
across the
colony
United
of
States.
ants.
How cool is the United States for being way bigger than Europe, though? Pretty sweet.
How cool is that family of ants?
So big.
How do they know?
Northern Italy through
Who,
the south
yeah,
of
who
France.
counted that?
Who asked them?
How did you find out?
Is that your cousin?
How do they know it's all the same
This is
colony?
where I'm like, this is where science gets bullshit to me because how do you 3,000 miles here, you pick an ant and you're like, oh, cool, here's your colony. And then you go
Well, they'd
so
be
far
working, they gotta
away,
be working together.
so far away, and you see the same colony and you're like, I just saw a similar ant.
Flying the same flag.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I'm with you on that though, because it's like when they say there's like some planet out there that's like 47 million light years away or something. And they go, it's made up of this. I'm going,
Prove it.
how do you know? Did you see it?
Yeah, I don't get that. But the ants, like, ancestry.com maybe. Each one has
Ancestry.
That's a business idea there. Ancestry,
What's the business?
we classify all ant families.
I think
you can
we,
look
I
up
think
the
we
lineage.
have people that do that.
Give them last names.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
And
like,
just answer.
Thomas.
These are the Smith ants.
Smith ants.
this is Anthony.
Anthony Ant. Anthony Antoine Ant.
Yeah, I think, I don't know what you would do with it, but I think the domain's important, and I might buy it tomorrow.
That's
Ancestry.com.
ancestry. That's a good idea.
I wonder if it's a thing. Go ahead. Keep
All right,
talking.
let's go. The tallest anthill
3 feet.
discovered in Brazil, in the Brazilian rainforest in 2018.
25 feet.
Lower,
18 feet.
lower,
12.
higher.
15.
13 feet.
13 feet?
The anthill, which stood at 13 feet tall, was discovered in the Brazilian rainforest in 2018. Could you imagine discovering? That's your discovery. You're walking through. First of all, you're walking through the Brazilian rainforest. Like anything is about to kill you at any second.
And there's a whole bunch of shit that nobody's ever seen ever.
Yeah. And
'cause
then you
it's-
spread the leaves, and there's a 13-foot tall anthill of ants that are probably the size of your palm.
Yeah, what's the biggest ant ever?
Let's see.
Do we have that?
The largest ant species ever recorded was discovered in fossilized remains in Wyoming. The insect named
Titanoctolin.
named big ant for its incredible length, was over 2 inches long and comparable in size to a modern hummingbird.
No.
Pretty big.
We got to get rid of those ants. Those
An
ants are the
ant the
ones
size
that
of a hummingbird?
Pretty
those are
big
the
ant.
ones that are picking up humans and carrying them back down the hole.
Yeah. Those are big ants.
Not a fan.
A 13-foot anthill.
So imagine how big ants are right now, like this, and they can pick up 10 times their strength.
50.
50. All right, Ant-Man. And now we take that and we stretch it to this.
Ant-Man.
And
All right, Ant-Man continues to talk.
Well, dude, the difference between 10 and 50 times your body weight, that's
Yeah,
insane.
a lot.
Okay,
Sure.
Sorry.
so now we're doing 50 times this. A lot.
Yeah.
Pretty big.
How heavy was the heaviest ant? And we can take 50 times that and
I mean, if you look up how heavy an ant is right now,
How heavy is a hummingbird?
well, that's just comparable to size.
Yeah, but
Pound of
hummingbirds
feathers
are
and
light.
pound of bricks.
Yeah, but hummingbirds are light, so I'd say it's double the weight of a hummingbird.
You don't know that.
That's what I'd say, though.
what's an ant made of?
That's just what I'd say.
That's what I'd say if someone asked me.
How do you
What's an
charm
ant?
an
That's
ant?
what you said. So you
We'll go full circle in the podcast. How do you charm an ant?
Mm.
What instrument do you use to charm an ant?
What instrument do I use? Probably like a bass.
Yeah, I bet that.
Bass
I bet
guitar?
That, I'd say
Or
like
a bass
maybe
like,
like a
I always think a guitar.
okay.
maybe like an oboe.
Oh,
What is an oboe?
you just pick,
A long black flute?
it's a clarinet. He said flute.
Yeah,
Is it, though?
no,
It's a
Oboes-
clarinet.
No,
It
it's-
looks like
it
it,
is. You're on the right path. It
Is
is.
it a
It is a
woodwind?
woodwind instrument. Yeah, it is a woodwind instrument.
A woodwind, yes. But it's long.
It is.
It's the longest of the woodwinds.
Yeah, it is. It. I'm not going to say that because there are.
You're the band guy here.
What are the ones from the?
Okay, Ant.
What are the Ricola commercials? What are those?
Ricola.
Those are.
That is
the-
not an oboe.
No, it's not an oboe, but it is.
That's a cornucopia.
That's definitely not.
Dude, you
Nope,
don't
that's
play a
that's
cornucopia. That's
Thanksgiving.
that's a food instrument, not a playing instrument.
It is Ricola. I give them bags of Ricola candies.
Yeah, that's
Type in
the
Ricola instrument.
Okay.
commercial.
Good idea.
Just types in Ricola, hoping to get
It's
the
just a
one
bunch
thing
of
for the-
Ricolas.
Yeah, for-
weird.
Oh, French horn.
Oh no, it's
No.
not.
An
French
al-
horns
an
are
Alp horn.
yeah, that's pretty sweet.
Alphorn. Yeah,
That's how you charm an ant.
different from
Alphorn. There's an H in
I'd
it.
say Alp. They play it in the Alps, so then it rings through the entire Appalachians.
Just the Alps.
But the French horns, those are just for France.
No, the French are the windy ones that look
they're-
like a
it's
funnel
a big
cake,
circle.
right?
It's a big circle. Yeah, it's got the 3 keys on it. No one plays it.
How do you spell
Oh.
oboe?
OBOE. Yeah.
OBO.
How do you spell Schnottentotten?
SHIN.
Oboe.
OT.
Okay, so this is what an oboe is. This is exactly what I pictured. This is like a band geek's favorite. This is like what they play.
That looks way. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I want
Too intricate.
My mom used to play that.
Sorry,
I know. I made fun of her for it.
I put
'Cause
oboe
I'd
with
come home with my
player.
saxophone. I'd say, check this out.
Oh, it's the front-sided flute.
What?
Like you play it from the front.
That's a clarinet.
That's an oboe.
Same thing.
Clarinet's from the side.
No.
That is a flute.
Flute is from the side.
What's a long flute?
Piccolo is a tiny flute.
That's maybe what I'm thinking. Are you sure a clarinet's from the front?
Yes.
I never played it.
My sister played clarinet, and it was this.
What do you mean from the front? You mean like this, or do you mean like this? Is this
means like
what you're
this.
saying?
Front
Yeah.
is how saxophones are played.
Yes.
Side is
I've,
like-
no, I've been known to get down by the hip here on my saxophone. I've been known to get right down
Hold
here.
on. If
Yeah,
I
but you're not
gave you
holding
a
it up by your
saxophone,
shoulder.
if I gave you a saxophone right now, could you rip me out something that would like sound kind of good?
It could sound.
I'm not asking you to be
probably not
Louis
great.
Armstrong.
It probably wouldn't be great, but I could put something together.
Yeah, clarinet's a front-facing instrument. Speaking of that, the amount of pictures I've looked through right now of people playing the clarinet is making me feel really weird about the
Squidward.
clarinet. Like, you know when you say a word so many times, you're like, why is it spelled like that?
Yeah, I do that
That's
with short
how-
words, like 4-letter words. I look at them long enough. I go, "That's not how you spell the."
That's
and-
3.
Yeah, I just lose my mind. It's weird.
Yeah, like it is. It's just a long stick with a hole in the end you're blowing into. It's pretty crazy when you just dumb it down to that. This podcast
Is it
off
that
the
crazy
rails.
word? I mean, it's not asking for much.
The clarinet. What would be
Yeah, the
one wood
clarinet.
instrument you guys would play if you had the chance?
A woodwind instrument
Yeah.
I'd go right back to the saxophone.
is a microphone count.
What?
Well, you can't go saxophone.
Let
'cause
me
you play
on the
saxophone.
vocals.
So you got flute, piccolo, oboe, clarinet, bassoon,
Flute's
bassoon.
flute's
What's
not.
a bassoon?
I don't think flute's a woodwind instrument because it doesn't use a reed.
A
And that would have to be a
bassoon?
brass instrument.
A bassoon looks like
Type in
a Pilot
woodwind.
G2 pen.
I'm typing in woodwind instrument.
It's got a long stick like so, and then it comes out like the middle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know what you're saying.
yeah. You must have been a big band guy.
I was in band for like
yeah.
6 years.
I'm seeing
I go clarinet.
the
'cause I feel
woodwind
like-
family
No,
of
don't pick
instruments
clarinet.
includes
No, I misspoke.
piccolo, flute, oboe, English horn, clarinet, E flat clarinet, and bass clarinet, and bassoon, and contrabassoon. So those
Anymore?
are I don't know what the difference is between most of those, but they all sound dumb as fuck.
I would go piccolo for sure because I feel like I could put it in my pocket and I could pull it out.
I would
places.
love to be able to just little restaurant piccolo.
a little
waiting for your
pocket
food.
instrument. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why the harmonica appeals to me so much.
You know, now that I think about what's the funniest one to pull out in the restaurant, what's the biggest one out of all of those?
100% the
Bassoon.
circle horn, whatever that is.
That's
French
a French
horn?
horn.
No,
that's a
the bassoon-
brass. That's a brass instrument. In the brass family.
yeah.
I think the bassoon.
Bassoon is the
that's
funniest looking one.
That's like from mid thigh to shoulders. That thing's tall. If you pulled that out in the middle of nowhere,
Oh my, yeah, no, it's a it's
a goddamn. They did this in the war. I think they'd walk around with.
if white gentlemen were a clarinet,
that thing's
African American
interesting look.
gentleman would be a bassoon.
That looks like it should have a missile coming out of the end of it.
Yeah, that's a mortar. In
Holy
the
shit, that's even way bigger than I thought.
Yeah. Well, it's a
That guy's firing a German Panzerschreck right there.
Yeah, and you hold it at the hip.
wow. That guy is doing
That's
no
a
favors.
that's a band player.
Yeah, that guy loves the band.
That guy forgot about everything else besides being a dork since 4th grade.
Oh, I didn't know Kyrie Irving played the bassoon.
What?
Yeah, he does right there. With
He
glasses.
can do it all.
It's pretty crazy. All
Holy
right,
shit.
ants.
Yeah.
You got anything
I
else?
guess last ant fact here. I'm not entirely sure what this means. It that's the
Try
Photoshop.
that one, man.
That's what is that? A Beetlejuice?
All right, put your phone.
What did you Google?
Black guys playing
No, I did not Google that. I did not. I put bassoon player, and majority of them are black, and I did not make that. That's Google.
That's yeah. He goes, I didn't make that. That's Google. And you go, what'd you search?
Black bassoon player.
guys playing bassoon.
I didn't. I swear to God. I'll show you my even search history.
How big is the
Okay.
world's largest known anthill?
13 feet. We already talked about.
See, no, that's the tallest. So I'm not entirely sure I'm
What
not
units are you giving me here?
There's
Scoville.
There's miles and yeah, the hottest anthill. There's miles and kilometers. So take your pick, I guess.
I'll go miles. I'm used to that.
Actually, I'll give you. You can say a number of nests too.
Ooh, what's the question?
Says how big is the world's largest known anthill? So I'm not sure what that means because we've already did the contiguous colony, which is that covers 3,700.
And it's
miles.
not the height. It's not 13 feet.
Yeah. So I'm not sure exactly what this is
miles.
asking, but it was
So-
just another Google search.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 17 miles.
Pretty close.
Really?
What's your guess?
21 miles.
Lower.
15.
Lower.
13.
Yes. How big is the world's largest known anthill? Hokkaido, Japan, with an estimated 45,000 nests.
Mount Fuji? Is that the anthill?
13 miles.
No, I said Hokkaido.
Yeah, but I'm trying to think. The world's biggest
Did you
anthill.
hear me? I wonder if it's
How
like
tall is the world's tallest mountain? It's about 7 miles, right?
27,000 feet.
And there's an anthill that's 13 miles.
It's got to be like all the
stretched.
tracks.
That's stretched nearly 13 miles along the shore of the Japan Sea.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that makes
Because you say anthill, I'm thinking this, and then I'm going 13 miles.
yeah. Wow.
Oh,
That's-
dude, I would freak.
The world's
Could
tallest
you imagine
mountain
it's
is
just
an
a bunch
anthill.
of ants just going up and down? I would
I'd do
never. I'd go
this.
so far.
I'll do this.
You would find me with a can of hairspray and a lighter so quick, dude.
They would swarm you. You'd be done. You'd be done so fast.
No, if I could kill
Yeah.
at least 45 frogs before going down, I'd take
What?
out a whole colony of ants.
So much harder to kill animals the bigger they get.
But it's so much harder
I mean,
to kill all the animals
yeah.
the smaller they get.
But no, like just morally. Like ants, I will just go crazy hopscotch on their ass. Frogs, then it's like, it's harder to kill a
A
frog.
giraffe, I'd kill a giraffe really
know?
easy. You could ask me to choke a giraffe till it dies, and I'd be able to do that.
Really?
Yeah,
Where would you squeeze on its neck?
All
I'd
the-
have to imagine
All of
anywhere.
legs, legs and arms at the same time.
I have to
Broden would be
imagine.
doing
you'd-
stripper pole dances on the guy's
Yeah,
neck.
I'd say anywhere, like pick a point, kind of thing.
What would you think would be the most effective? Closer to the head or closer to the body?
I'm gonna go closer to the jaw head area because I'm thinking
You
I
can weigh
know
him
for
down.
sure that I'm getting it there. Like I
Yeah.
think he gets thicker towards the base. You know?
I think so. His neck too. Yeah. All right. Is that all we got, Liam?
Yep.
All right.
Ants. All I got more is just that ants are ancient. Ants are considerably older than the previously believed, having originated 140 to 168 million years ago, which means
Prove
they
it.
shared the planet with dinosaurs.
Prove it.
So they survived the mass extinction.
Is that the smallest? Like,
Thing.
no, I suppose not. Ain't
No.
gnats.
Microorganisms.
Yeah.
It's maybe
You know,
the
count
smallest thing in the animal kingdom.
Insect, not animal.
Insect kingdom.
You
But
realize
think about a gnat.
insects are animals, right?
Say more facts, Ant-Man.
A gnat or a mosquito. Both smaller.
Yeah, but there's stuff like
Gnats
fleas,
smaller.
A gnat.
fleas, head lice. Like those are real small.
Ticks are getting pretty small.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're big.
Sometimes they're small.
But
Sometimes
those
you
are
hit
those are animals technically.
to me.
If you want to show me where the insect kingdom falls on the tree of kingdoms, it's going to show you that it's under the animal kingdom. There's 7 kingdoms.
7.
I think so. There's animals, plants, fungus, bacteria,
What are we?
and
people.
Did you just say ant kingdom?
No. I was starting to say animals, and then I went,
Damn. It's all right.
You're dumb.
We're not animals.
What are we?
Depends. I think that might be the age-old question. That's
grizzlyback versus
silverback gorilla versus a grizzly bear. They've been talking about bars for years.
That's all we got, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Our Lives and Ants. We
And
appreciate
hopefully
you
liked it.
listening. Yeah.
good night.
Nothing's changing. We're still making episodes about just random stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You
and
guys
we
keep
probably
listening
will
to
be
them,
if you
yeah.
want us to.
We're gonna do it for another 8, and then we'll go from there.
Give us your feedback in the next 8 episodes. If we were to cut this, it's almost sad to say, but would you riot?
Would you shake our hands and say you had to?
We
got
got to say this at the beginning of an episode because Lord
Yeah.
knows.
So we've got 2 people hearing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's get out of here.
Thank you. See ya.
Peace out.